Good evening. Happy you're here with me. What can I say? How has your week been so far? I hope you have all the time and good feelings with you, enjoying your weekend. Um, what are we going to do today? Well, I guess I started with a prayer and then give you some information. That's the plan. So, um, what I beg you for, Father, um, Lord, have mercy on thy children. I speak in the name of mankind as being a soul, happy to be the chosen one for the upcoming period of the Age of Aquarius, respectively the first millennium of it. This will be a millennium of peace. This will be a millennium of shelter and of happiness, combined with a rise in spirituality, which is an expression of mankind evolving from Homo sapiens sapiens to Homo sapiens superior. Um, at first, what can we do? We switch to the space station, I guess. And when we are here, there's certain things to talk about when you see all this stuff, because it's an impression and animation of the Ashtar Command as it could be described in a rather analytic way. You have computer screens, you have some plasma fluid stopping the space coming in and the air coming out of the space station, just like you know it from the Star Trek appearances and other parts like in Star Wars as well. As I have said before, these information was given to us in order to make us aware of the overall cosmic thing we are in. But that's not what I'm here for today. What I want to do is to give you some explanations on what's happening in the world. Because, as we all know, there are some evil forces at work currently appearing in this world. And this is sort of, well, for a reason, in an energetic, metaphysical way. I will show you that, but first we switch off to the next image, which I will show to you.
Changed because you insisted no new wars.
First of all, I didn't guarantee no war.
Under Trump, we will have no more wars. No more wars. No more wars. We will have prosperity and peace. We will have prosperity and we will have peace. Remember.
What changed because you insisted no new wars?
First of all, I didn't guarantee no war.
Under Trump, we will have no more wars. No more.
What?
Okay. Okay. Okay, here we are. We got the background sound, and now I give you some explanation to what you're seeing. We've heard the president speaking, and this so-called president, because as president, you should be ideally the first servant, not only to your people, but the first servant to all that is living around you. And this is what this man is terribly mistaken about. Which is taken very good in the image you see before you to the left, with the two horns. Michel de Notre Dame, Nostradamus, was a medieval clairvoyant seer, and he put it his words and the images he has seen and the experiences he had in some quatrains and in some centuries, and he decrypted those in order not everyone could read the real given proposed future on first sight, at first sight. So what he did, he said about the end times, which we are currently in, ladies and gentlemen. He said about the end times that the last pope in charge before the Antichrist will come would be a black pope. And after this, there would come me, and an era of 1,000 years, a millennium of world peace. And what Nostradamus said with this was he encrypted his message, because in Nostradamus times, in the medieval times, the Pope has been the most reasonable, most influencing and highest person in the known Western world, to which the Catholic Church referred to. And so he was the most mightiest man on earth, while today the most mightiest man, as this is sad, despite all Illuminati doings, is indeed the US President. And right after Obama came who? Guess what? Right. So, this is what Nostradamus said to this, and a famous clairvoyant seeker and study of research, Mrs. Cannon from USA, decrypted this in, well, the early 90s of the past century, when we all had go for space and the World Wide Web wasn't, has just been invented, yes. In 93 it was, I suppose. So, what you see with this Trump doings is this man is definitely a person of evil, and nevertheless, you do not have to fear him, because there is also good in the world, and this good is being represented by me, which is granted as being given by my birth in this life I came in for, and it is granted by the Galactic Federation of Light, to whom we, as I would suppose, most happily would belong to in our upcoming time right here on this planet. So, this is the opposite side to President Trump, who is obviously trying to, well, make our planet become a further colony planet of the grace of Zeta Reticuli star system, which you can observe when you're in the southern hemisphere. These grays I often described as being evil, as they are, and what the current leaders of the opposite side of the world are currently, they are all aware of the extraterrestrial situation. Definitely. They are playing their role in this whole game, and what's going on behind the curtains is so deep and so vast. We, even me, do not have the slightest idea of what's really happening. And well, I studied that stuff for decades, and right within this life, and before I got access to former lives I've been living in. And so it's, as you can see to the right, a magical thing what's going on. And this magical thing of this man you can only well, you can do everything what is in your reach. Let me put it this way: in case you got the chance to use your given laws in order to kick that man out of office, then do it. It's the best way you can do, because it's the vote of the people. And therefore, I truly believe in the American nation, I truly believe in the American people, and I call myself a deep, deep friend of America. I've been there several times. I enjoyed being there. I obviously and absolutely had the feeling of coming home every time I stepped on American ground, because I've been living there in former lives as being a Hopi Indian, a Hopi native, down there to the left, below, right. Okay, so let's see, what are we going to do with this man? We must put all these people out of charge, like Vladimir Putin, Benjamin Netanyahu, Donald Trump. They all must go, man. They all must go. What we can do is do not fear them. They have only the power if you listen to them. There was once in ancient Rome the Senate debating about if one shouldn't put bracelets on the slaves in order to recognize them better. And an old senator stood up and said, I wouldn't do that, because then they see how many they are. And that's exactly the situation we are in today. Look around, look at poor countries in this world, and look at the richer countries which do have a social system, like Western Europe, especially. And I can only talk for Germany. We do have a wonderful social system, and it's up to us to keep that alive, because what my government currently is doing is just, man, I cannot understand that. I really cannot understand that. This is so wrongdoings, man, and this is so, oh, come on. So please, dearest governments of this world, I would ask you to stand together with Mark Carney of Canada, the European Union with the most leaders in it, together combined in the European Union, several states of Asia Pacific and Australia, in order to build a wall against those who build walls, in order to, well, be active and use our given power in order to act together, to come together, and to be partners in this game of life, in this game of the world we are currently in, because it's an energetic thing we are in. This is written in the stars. What we leave behind is the era of the Pisces, and this has an astronomical and an astrological length of about 2 millennia, while the next upcoming star sign in the zodiac would be Aquarius, right going the zodiac backwards, which means in about 2 millennia the next will be Capricorn. Just go to the zodiac backwards, and then you see the different ages in cosmic nature. And to every one of these ages, there are certain qualities guaranteed, and the quality we are getting right into by now, and which obviously is part of my teachings, is the Age of Aquarius, and it's a energy of rising, a higher vibrance, a higher spirituality, more love, more understanding, more wisdom, more togetherness, more, well, cosmic doings. And this is what's going to happen to us in the upcoming future, which already started and we are in, as you can see right in this moment as well. So what can I tell you? I switch to the next page, and there you finally get the camera again, and I show you something. I show you something from my homepage. To the lower right, you can see my homepage address has been starting in 2020, some 6 years ago. And man, I was happy when I had 2,000 people a month coming to my homepage. I thought, man, that's quite a lot, because in 1998, when I first started this thing, I was happy to have 24 people seeing my homepage within a month. And therefore, these 2,000 were good. And if you look up to the upper left, you can see that by the date of August 19th, 2026, this 2 weeks period brought more than 5.1 million attempts to reach out for my homepage, which you can absolutely not see when you look at the digits that my videos reach the people. But it's true digits, it's true really mechanism. So what I want to tell you with this is spread the word, keep the hope, keep the faith, and be trustful, be joyful, be happy, because all this what is happening here is following a divine plan, and this divine plan was put and brought into life long before this. Sorry, I just did do some. I put that off. Okay. I'm sorry. This doings is long prepared, and it's written down in the cosmos and the stars. If you can read the stars, you are able to see this divine given plan, and you can put your own actions right into the same category of life, which means they work obviously massively better together if you follow the track that you've been shown before. So let's switch to the garden. Adieu, dearest spaceships. We're gonna see you right well on TV and in reality pretty soon. Let's switch to the garden. The garden again, man. I'm so happy to be in Mom's garden, man. Can you see that? That's a place to be. Oh man, yes. Did you see what the it's a true photo, ladies and gentlemen. What we put it in there was just the AI. See the animals, don't they look like yeah, mysterious. Okay, what did I want to say? Let's see, in the garden there is flowers and there are trees and there are some stars up above coming, which ought or could be as well some hyperspace spaceships, whatever. Okay, let's see. This has been talking about Nostradamus. This has been talking about we must get rid of Benjamin Netanyahu and his politics, and we must get rid of Donald Trump and his politics. We must get rid of, well, many others, Vladimir Putin, and what I can offer all those is, when you're listening to this now, I give you the last chance offer ever, the last chance offer from my side ever. Listen closely. If you keep on acting like you do, I will smite you. This is nothing what I love to do, but it's a karmic consequence happening to you. And be assured that I not only have the power to do so, but I'm also having the will to do so in case you treat me bad. And in case you treat my friends bad. And my friends are the family of mankind, living together, hoping together, and waiting together for the Galactic Federation of Light. So, if you are still with the craze and the Draco and Illuminati dunes, I can't help you. We'll definitely find a way to definitely directly disturb you, which you might experience as being hurted. Yes. So I don't want to say that in order to, to scare you. No, it's just an advice because karmic reaction is coming, and I'm the one to either prevent it from coming up on you, or I'm the one to either force it coming up on you. I hope I made my point clear. So let's see, what can we do? As I can see, the chat still isn't in. I tried to start that and it worked well when I tested it, but not now. So I hope you enjoyed today's show, and I'm sorry if you didn't get too much magic. That's not tragic. Come on, I gave you information which is useful and which you can think about, because this whole energetic metaphysical thing is real and is here, and it's happening on us and it's acting upon us. So be aware that everything is going in its way, in its plan. Stay healthy, stay happy, have a wonderful, good time, and a happy weekend. Keep the faith, be strong, be joyful. You're coming. The truth. Goodbye.